he's like sitting like right here on his forearm, and then he just strips off all of his clothes, so he's this naked, saggy, emaciated man, Chad, just like, oh, and then he starts to contort his body until he becomes, it was like, oh my God, is he turned into a giant penis? No, Chad. He turns into a flesh sword, which I guess in a way is a penis, but he turns into this giant penis sword. This is the season finale. We've gone on so many adventures with these fucking kids. Yusuke, he got hit by a car, he died, he was a ghost boy, and then he was a spirit detective, shit, hunting down demons like, Kurama and Hiei, and then they became friends, and then he goes on this adventure to fight Randy, good old Randy the Demon, chat, fights Randy the Demon, and defeats Randy the Demon, trains with Genkai, who sounds like Aunt May from Spider-Man, and also Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, and the one dub of Dragon Ball Z, not the new one. And then they fight the four Saint Beast, chat. They fight Gorbanzo Bean. They fight Bukaki. They fight Szechuan Sauce. He dies very quickly, Szechuan Sauce. And then they fought Link and Iago, which is pretty cool. That lasted, that last episode was like, that was a little too long. They fought that guy over 3 fucking episodes. Like, Jesus Christ, 3 episodes, and it wasn't too good. And then most recently, we have the new one where the Botan and Kuwabara and Yusuke, they gotta rescue she's a nice demon. Her name is Yukino, chat. She has freezing powers like Elsa, and when she cries like jewels and shit, pearls and rubies and sapphires and emeralds. It's pretty good. And she was kidnapped by a crime lord named Mr. Spuds. And Mr. Spuds introduces us to the Black Club, not a great name in my opinion. And we also get introduced to the Toguro Brothers, chat. Younger Toguro, who's this big muscle guy, and the older Toguro, who's like this weird Schmeagle-looking guy. And so it's been a hell of a fucking journey, chat. It's been a hell of a journey, and we have found our characters assaulting the compound, Chad, the base of Mr. Spuds. They defeated the demon triad, Chad. They defeated Miyaki, Mukaki, whatever she with her thick thighs. Also, that was a little dated, that episode, too. I was like, this is a little weird. They defeated the Goblin Boy. Goblin got him, and then defeated Goku, who was a giant orange ogre. They got him, too, Chad. But now we find our heroes face-to-face, chat, technically, with the Toguro Brothers, chat. The big one, it was his name, the younger, and you got the older one who is just a weird, he doesn't even talk or anything. He's just always hanging out on his shoulder, chat. But the thing is, both Yusuke and Kuwabara, they can't really sense the spirit energy, especially Kuwabara. Kuwabara, he's really in tune with the spirit world, Chad, as you know. And he's not getting any spirit energy or residue, no runoff or anything. It's like there's something really weird here. It doesn't make any sense. And, Yusuke's talking to Kuwabara's like, how should we approach this? And Kuwabara's like, I think we should just, I don't know, I'm a little concerned. Maybe we just rush him. We could surprise him and stuff. And the Toguro Brothers just stand there looking at them and just not fucking moving. Meanwhile, we cut to Mr. Spuds and the rest of the Black Club, chat, and all of these guys are just like, interested to see how this battle is going to take place. They've heard of the strength of the Toguro Brothers, but how strong are they really? Because these fucking teenagers, these meddling goddamn kids, have been fighting demons and murdering all their, soldiers and stuff. So like, this who knows? It's anyone's game at this point. And then we see Mr. Sakio, or Kylo Ren, as I call him, Chad. And he's just sitting there looking all handsome and emo and smug, and always feels like he's in control of the situation. Eventually, we come back to Kuwabara, and he's like, listen, guys, at this point, I just want to save the love of my life, Yukina. She needs us. No matter what, I know we will be able to beat them, even if we die. And Yusuke's like, I don't really want to die, dude. And then we cut back to Baby Jesus with his ogre assistant. The ogre assistant's like, hey, boss, do you think that, Yusuke and Kuwabara and Botan will be able to defeat the Toguro Brothers? And he's like, nope. He's like, no, I don't think so. He's like, how can you say that? He's like, listen, I've seen these guys before. I have seen them fight only one at a time. And that big one, fucking crazy what he's able to do, okay? All right, what he's doing is he's controlling his spirit energy levels, and he's not showing it to anyone because it's out of this fucking world. He would give the four Saint Beasts, like not even the four Saint Beasts and their powers combined would they be able to take on the Toguro Brothers, chat? Which just shows you how serious the situation is, how dire it is. Eventually, we cut back to Toguro Brothers, like, all right, listen, we're gonna start fighting at this point. You guys ready? And they're like, yeah, we're ready. And Kuwabara's like, sure. And he's like, cool. All right, older brother. And then we see the older Toguro brother, who again is like a little Schmeagle demon, just crawls down the arm of the younger brother. And he's like sitting like right here on his forearm, and then he just strips off all of his clothes, so he's this naked, saggy, emaciated man, Chad, just like, oh! And then he starts to contort his body until he becomes, it was like, oh my God, is he turned into a giant penis? No, Chad. He turns into a flesh sword, which I guess in a way is a penis, but he turns into this giant penis sword that is wrapped around the younger Toguro's hand, chat. And everyone's like, oh my God. It was like, what did he do? And, the younger Toguro was like, oh, yeah, so my brother, he can become anything. That's his power. He can manipulate his body to become various inanimate objects and weapons, and I can yield him. He's extremely durable. Even more durable than myself. And so this is our weird penis flesh sword. And it's like all gray and gross. It's like, oh God. And you even see like the hair, like the guy's hair is coming out of the sword at the bottom. It's like, what the hell is going on at this point? It's just, ugh, I don't like it. And then they're like, well, what can you do? He's like, I can get fucking swole. And the younger Toguro brother, chat, he just starts like beefing up and everything. He just starts swelling. And so he can control, as we saw before, when he killed Helena or whatever the hell her name was. That poor fucking abomination monster from several episodes ago. He can get really swole, chat. It's like, what if you took the rock and you made the rock eat another rock, and then even a bigger rock ate that one. It's like, it's just so much man meat on this guy. He's like, bah! I don't know how big he gets pretty big. They don't say what percentage of his power he's using, but he's kind of like weird and gross and super veiny, chat. You need to drink some water. He looks fucking shredded. And it's like, well, this is definitely a problem. Kuwabara was like, I don't care that you turn your brother into a penis sword and you're looking very swole. I'm still going to fight you. And so Kuwabara, he runs up, and that was a mistake. He runs up on him, chat, starts hitting him. It's like nothing. It's not effective at all, Chad. This was not very effective, Kuwabara, your punches. And then he realizes this is the last thing. He's like, I'm not doing any damage to this guy. And then the younger looks down on him and just punches him right in the gut. And he starts, Kuwabara then's like, it's like he gets his breath knocked out of him and just begins coughing up copious amounts of blood and probably intestines and shit. And then the guy hits him like one more time, and he's just yeeted all the way back to the wall, and boom, he's just kind of embedded there, and he falls forward. And, the guy's like, you know what? On that second punch, I definitely would have killed you, but at least you backed up at the last minute. How are your insides feeling? It's like, not great. He has a really bad tummy ache right now, chat. Ovarian exploder. That's what happened. I'll tell you what, if Kuwabara had ovaries, they would have exploded. No question, chat. Exploded everywhere. It's like, okay, well, that's not good. That's not good. So Kuwabara's like, I need a minute. I need a fucking minute. I need it. And then Toguro brother, he just looks at everybody. He looks at Yusuke, he looks at Botan, and he looks at Kuwabara. And he's like, you know what I see? I just see a bunch of fucking corpses. I'm going to send you all back to the spirit world where you belong. It's like, this guy is different than anything that they fought. And so he just starts attacking everyone in the arena as fast as he possibly can. He goes after Yusuke. Yusuke, his abilities are ineffective. He's punching him, but that's not effective. He uses the spirit gun technique. Fucking nothing. Bounces off him like it's nothing. She's like, oh my God. Botan, even though she's death. Botan is death itself. She is the Grim. She's like, Jesus fucking Christ, don't kill me. You've made death scared. And he's trying to smash her, chat, in a non-sexual way, okay? The Toguro brothers are a lot of things, but they're not rapey, all right? They're definitely not doing that. They're respectful of the ladies. They'll kill you, okay? They'll kill you. And so he's trying to smash her, but Yusuke's like, fuck this. I'm not letting you touch her. And he does his spirit shotgun blast, chat. And that does nothing. That does absolutely nothing. He's like, oh, that fucking tickled. What else you got, kid? And Yusuke's like, son of a bitch. How do I fight the Kuwabara? How are you doing? He's like, I'm in a lot of pain. He's like, all right, thanks for the help. And he's like, all right, well, the only thing that Yusuke can think of this moment, he's like, I got to get up close to him at this point. And so he just starts running, chat. And the Toguro brothers are like, we'll be fine. I'm not worried what this guy's going to do. And like right when Toguro brothers, they try to slash him with the big penis sword, Yusuke, he fucking yeets himself in a different direction, chat, and just puts himself right in front of the guy's face, and boom, he's cocked his goddamn finger bang gun, and he goes, this is the only way I could have done is I got up close to you here. I got to give you a fucking headshot. He goes, spirit gun, and then boom, chat, boom. It easily would have taken anyone's head off. Clean fucking off, chat. You wouldn't even find the brain matter. It would have just been gone. The wound would have been cauterized. But then, you know, the smoke, everyone's like fucking cheering. It's like, oh shit, we did it. We beat him. We beat him. This is fucking fantastic. But then we see, chat, the smoke clears, and the younger Toguro is fine. He's the older one formed into this weird meat shield, chat, at the last fucking second and protected his brother's face. And they're like, what the fuck? He's like, my brother turned into my shield head. As I said, he could into any inanimate object. Gotcha. Oh boy. He's like, and as I was saying, I see a room of dead men and women. He doesn't discriminate, chat. The sexes are equal. And he starts laying waste to both Yusuke, Kuwabara. He gets even a few smacks on Botan at this point. And we cut to, like, Mr. Spuds. Mr. Spuds is just happy about this situation. He's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get my fucking money. This is fantastic. Can't wait for this. No one knew how powerful the Toguro brothers were. But then we cut to Sakio, chat. We cut to Kylo Ren. And he seems completely unconcerned. He doesn't seem to be, like, batting an eye. He's like, yep. All is going according to plan. It's like, what's this fucking guy's game, chat? What's this guy's game? There's more. There's something to him. Eventually, we cut back to Baby Jesus. Baby Jesus is like, he's gonna kill him. I'm gonna get spirit. Baby Jesus, kind of an asshole. Jesus, chat, in this show, kind of a piece of shit. We really realize he really doesn't care about anyone but himself. He's a selfish little brat. But Kurama shows up there. He's been watching this with Baby Jesus the whole time, and he's like, yeah, listen, man, I can't just, I'm not into the, you know, the voyeurism. You know, I don't know why you keep watching these snuff films just sitting there like, you know, Master Roshi and Bulma in the latter arcs of Dragon Ball Z. That's not what I do, okay? I'm gonna go down there and fucking help them. It's probably what I should have done all a long time ago. And Baby Jesus is like, I want you to do that. He's like, I don't give a shit what you want, Jesus. I'm gonna go help my friends. Kurama's a good guy, chat. And so he leaves. Also, we then, speaking of demon friends, we cut to Hiei, chat, little Vegeta, and he now has finally entered the compound, chat, and he's been, like, taking out all these guards. He's been slicing and dicing and you know, just ripping out hearts and taking out spleens and shit. He's been killing them all, chat, but he's like, but he doesn't know where Yukina is. He senses some energy, but he doesn't know if he can sense Yukina's energy, and he doesn't understand why. But he eventually continues down the pathway that Yusuke and Kuwabara and Botan took earlier, chat, and he finds all the dead bodies and things. After that, we then cut to Mr. Spuds, who is just so fucking gross at this point. He's like, yes, kill them all. And then he goes to the Yukina. He's like, oh, look at you. You weeping, sorry sack of shit. All you broads are the same. Always cried about something. I'm gonna make you cry later. You understand that? Yeah, I know how to make you hurt. He's just gross. He's just really gross. And Kuwabara, he has the red pinky string of love, which makes him connected to Yukina at this point, and he senses Yukina's memories. And so he has that connection to her, and as she's being berated by Mr. Spuds, he then sees Yukina's flashback, chat, because Mr. Spuds is like, look at all these guys dying for you. Who would die for a broad like you? Remember Jimmy Spitz? And we're like, I don't know who Jimmy Spitz is, chat, but it's like, apparently Yukina's like, oh no, don't bring him up. I'm so sad about Jimmy. And it's like, who's Jimmy? We do a flashback, chat. First of all, we do a flashback to Mr. Spuds torturing Yukina. Apparently, demons are weak against these, I don't know, these holy books or something. with like certain like runes and phrases on them. And I guess since she's an ice demon technically, you can burn her with like these holy fire books or holy cards or something. And so Mr. Spuds is constantly putting these cards on her body and burning her skin. And it's just, she's like, oh, it's like, don't hurt her. Don't hurt Yukina. And he's like, hey, it hurts you, don't it? We're going to layer every single part of your room with these holy cards so you can't go nowhere, all right? It's going to be great. You ain't going nowhere, honey. And then we cut, it's like sometime later. And this guard who works for Mr. Spuds brings in like this plate of food for Yukina, and I guess this guard just takes a shine to her, and this is Jimmy Spitz, and Jimmy's like, listen, I know you're like really sad about this whole situation. Listen, I'm just working for this guy. I want to earn a little money. I didn't know he was doing stuff like this and like slavery and things. Listen, I just keep your head up, okay? All right, I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of here. She's like, no, you're in danger yourself. And he's like, it's okay. I can do this for you, all right? It's the least I can do, all right? So someone like people shouldn't be going through stuff like this. And so then it's many days later. And he's like, we got to go right now. And she's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He's like, Mr. Spuds, he's on a business trip. He won't be back for several days. We can go right now. People won't know that you're here, okay? I can get you out of here. And she's like, but what about you? He's like, God damn it, girl, I'm trying to help you, okay? Stop thinking about other people. Think about yourself, your self-preservation, okay? Do not win a Darwin Award. I'm trying to help you, girl. And so he grabs her, and they run out, and then, oh no, it was a trap. Because right as they're about to get to the front door, who's standing there with two fucking bodyguards, chat? Mr. Spuds. And he's like, Jimmy, what are you doing? You're trying to steal my moneymaker. Whoa, it's like a little kid with his hand in the cookie jar, Jimmy. You think you love her? Oh, Jimmy, you're so sweet. Boys, show Jimmy my affection. And these guys have like some fucking assault rifles, and they're about to shoot both of them. And Jimmy's like, get out of here, you kid. He pushes her out of the way as they just light him up, Chad. They shoot the shit out of poor Jimmy Spitz. I like Jimmy Spitz. I really like Jimmy Spitz, Chad. It's a goddamn shame what happened to him, okay? Where's his fucking spinoff, Chad? But he dies, and Kuwabara sees this. And he's just like, he's beside himself. He's like, oh my God, this fucking Mr. Spuds is a monster. He needs to be stopped. I need to help Yukina, my love. We have the red pinky string of love, and I gotta do this for Jimmy Spitz too. And then Mr. Spuds is like, oh, Toguro Brothers, I've been loving the show, you beautiful baby. But, if you want to keep torturing them, go ahead and do so. But at least finish one of them off. I mean, we need a little blood, come on. And because I know you boys love torture. And then the Toguro Brothers, it's very interesting because at least the younger Toguro Brother says, despite what Mr. Spuds says, I'm not really into torture. That's not my thing. I don't think that's very honorable personally. However, and, torturing you at this point, it would just be unnaturally cruel because, and he's talking to Yusuke at this moment, because Yusuke's just gotten the shit kicked out of him. And he's like, torturing you would be truly pathetic and not worth my time because you're so goddamn weak. And then all of a sudden, chat, he just hears this, oh, you put my friend down, you piece of shit. And it's Kuwabara, chat. And Kuwabara has gone Super Saiyan. He literally has this giant fucking, like, orange-yellow glow all around him and everything. And fucking Toguro was like, wow, dude. You had a power-up. Why you have a power-up? Because of the love of my friends. And by the way, I wasn't even fucking talking to you anyway. And he's like, what? He's like, I was talking to Mr. Spuds. Mr. Spuds is a piece of shit. You're always talking about honor and shit, yet he's one of the most dishonorable people in the world. He's one of the most dishonorable people I've ever met in my life. So what the fuck's your deal? And Toguro Bros are like, all right, you got us there. That's true. That's a good point. But he pays us money. And Kuwabara was like, I don't give a fuck. And so at this point, the younger Toguro brothers throws Yusuke at Kuwabara, and he catches them, and Botan runs. He's like, "Hi, I'm still in the episode. Hi," and he's like, "Yusuke, listen, we can beat these guys, all right? But you gotta help me out. I'm gonna need a fucking boost." And he's like, "Kuwabara, they're gonna fucking kill us. Like at this point, we gotta retreat." Or something. He's like, "No, we could do this, okay? We gotta believe, all right? Friendship is magic, and we could do it with the love that we have for each other. With our love, we can defeat this fucking giant Tootsie Roll man." And he's like, "All right, what's your plan, Kuwabara?" He's like, whisper, whisper, whisper. And he's like, "You know what? Let's fucking try it. Sounds good, sounds good." And so at this point, Kuwabara, he activates his fucking spirit sword at this point, and the Toguro brother's like, "Oh, this again. Oh, adorable. Okay, come on, buddy, come on." And so he just starts running at him, and it's like, "Oh, look at this, older brother. We have a dead man. We have a dead man running at us. Ooh, so excited." But then Yusuke, he's like aiming. Like the Toguro brother doesn't realize this because Kuwabara is blocking Yusuke, and he notices the light. He's like, "Oh shit," because Yusuke's like, "Spirit gun," and he shoots Kuwabara, and Kuwabara jumps at the last minute, and the spirit gun propels him so fast, and he has the spirit sword sticking out like this, that the Toguro brothers like, "Oh," and then right through him, chat. Kuwabara just sticks the younger Toguro right through his fucking gut. He's like, "Oh!" and kills him. He's like, "Oh, oh!" and he falls down seemingly dead, chat. Seemingly dead. And everyone's like, "Holy shit." And we cut to Mr. Spuds, and he's like, "Oh no." And then we cut to Sakio, Mr. Kylo Ren. And he's like, "So, you owe me 66,220,000,000, Mr. Spuds. I will collect that money within the hour. Good day to you." And then he just fucking hangs up. And then all the other members of the Black Club, they're like, "Listen, Mr. Spuds, we know that you started the Black Club, but we can't associate with a poor." But everyone's like, "Yeah, we can't associate with you, Mr. Spuds, because you're a dirty poor boy now, a poor potato boy." He's like, but guys," at this point, he's like, "Oh, fuck," he starts panicking, and he goes to his butler's like, "Fucking grab the goddamn broad. We're gonna make it to the helicopter, right? She's still worth fucking billions at this point." Mr. Spuds, he is a poor potato boy now, chat, and he's got to get the hell out of Dodge at this point. He goes to his butler like, "Listen, grab the goddamn broad. We're getting out of here." But right before they're about to get out of there, chat, the fucking door opens, and who's standing right there, chat? Lil Vegeta. And he's like, "I see a room with a dead potato boy." And he's like, "Whoa!" And Lil Vegeta, he starts slicing and by the way, he kills like 3 of the bodyguards, I feel like, or maybe he just knocks him out, but it feels like it's implied that he killed them. Maybe just, he knocked him out, whatever. But he fucks him up at this point. And he just starts beating the shit out of Mr. Spuds. He's like, "You hurt her? Did you fucking hurt her?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Her. You hurt her, didn't you?" And he's like, "I mean, she's just a stupid broad." And he just starts smacking him, chat, just wailing on him at this point. And like Kuwabara and Yusuke and Botan's like, should we help Mr. Spuds?" And they're like, "Nah, let him handle it his way." And he's about to beat the shit up. He's about to kill Mr. Spuds, chat. He looks like an eggplant now at this point. He's an eggplant boy. And even but Botan's like, he can't kill him. He can't kill Mr. Spuds because it's illegal, apparently, based on his parole and the contract he signed with Baby Jesus. It is illegal for him to kill any human, no matter how despicable they may be. He could damn himself to hell. And they're like, "Oh shit!" And they're like, "Oh wait, little Vegeta, stop beating him up." But that's not they're like, you'll go to hell. You'll be damned forever if you kill Mr. Spuds. And he's like, "I don't give a fuck. This is justice." And he's about to like punch him and like explode his head. But then Yukina grabs his arm at the last minute, and she's like, "Please stop, okay? Just when you stop. There's been so much fighting and people getting stabbed in their tummies and vomiting blood, and I just don't like it anymore. It's like, just stop all the violence, okay?" And he's like, "Why? He hurt you. He did all these horrible things." She's like, I know that, but I just want it to stop. We have to be better than them." And he's like, "Fuck, fine, okay, I won't kill him. And so he stops, and she's like, "Thank you. by the way, who are you? And he's like, and I realized watching this, like, she doesn't know who Hiei is. We find out that's his sister and everything, but I guess she was unaware of that fact. He never told her. And I was like, what the hell's going on? This family's weird. This is a fucked up family, chat. I don't know what the hell's going on, but something needs to get fixed, chat. It didn't get fixed. And she's like, okay, well, thanks for all the help and stuff. We can talk more later. I'm going to go help those people down there because I forgot they were there. I'll be right back. And so she goes down there. And he's kind of smiling to himself, and he's like, yeah, because she asked, like, who are those people? And he says, they're my friends. They're my friends. And she's like, wow, they seem really cool. I'm going to go see them. Instead, she goes downstairs. And then he stands up there, he smiles, and he looks to the side. He's like, oh, fuck. How long have you been there? And Karami's like, long enough. You know, the point when you started beating the shit out of Mr. Spuds, I wanted to see what you would do. And he's like, what do you think? And he's like, I think you did the right thing. And I feel like, yeah, Yukina brings out the best of you, and I like seeing you this way, Hiei. And he's like, fuck you, Karami. He's like, fuck you too, Hiei. I love you. He's like, I love you too, man. It's like, yeah! Yeah! Spirit Detectives. Eventually we cut down to the arena, where Kuwabara is just fucking exhausted. The Toguro Brothers are taken care of, chat. But Yukina, she runs up to Botan, Yusuke, and she's like, oh, guys, just thank you for everything that you've done for me. It's like, oh, happy to help. Are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. And they're like, you know what? I think I know someone who could use your help right now. She's like, really? Who can I help? And it's like, that guy, Kuwabara, you can go talk to him. This is Yusuke saying this. You can just even say Yusuke is like, he's like, you know what? This guy deserves it. He's like, hey, Botan, we got to go talk to Hiei, right? She's like, we do? He's like, yes, we do. He's like, oh, yeah, we do. And so she goes over to Kuwabara, who is just concussed and is just exhausted. And she's like, hi, you were amazing. He's like, oh, Yukina. And she's like, I felt you inside my mind. And it was really sweet that you shared that with me because it was really scary. What's your name? He's like, my name is Kuwabara. And, well, I know your name is Yukina, obviously. It's a beautiful name. She's like, thank you. I just really appreciate what you did. And Kuwabara's like, listen, I know that you're tortured by that potato guy who's like poor now, I guess. Cool. But you must really hate humans. You probably hate all the humies, and you probably don't like me anymore, right? And she goes, no, you're like really nice, and you're cute. And he's like, she said I'm cute. And then they have a moment where they touch hands, chat. And as you know, in anime, if you touch hands, you're getting married. That's how it works, chat. So the relationship between Yukina and Kuwabara, it is cemented, and I'm very happy about that, chat. And he's going to show her a whole new world. Yes, infinite possibilities, chat, with Kuwabara and Yukina. Yes, they're basically married at that point. That's how it works, Chad. That's how marriage works. Ladies, back me up here. I think that's how that happens. So we then cut from that, and it's the end of the season, Chad. Whoopee! After 25 episodes of adventures and things, and cases, and fighting monsters and demons, oh, it's over. Oh, not yet, Chad, because there is season 2 of Yu Yu Hakusho, and there's more cases, another demon invasion, Chad, and villains from the past return. Is it the Toguro Brothers? Is it Link? Probably not. But I think the Toguro Brothers are going to come back, chat, and we shall see. But that, my friends, is my scene by scene breakdown for Yu Yu Hakusho episode 25. Woo, what a fucking saga.